Hi, this is Dr. Hanson. A lot of folks have asked for updates with my battle with the American Board of Family Medicine, so I want to go ahead and give an update on that. A lot of folks have been asking, just curious. So what has happened is, as a recap, the American Board of Family Medicine sent me a letter saying that I was violating their misinformation, disinformation policies because I was saying negative things against the shot for the SARS-CoV-2 or the COVID virus. And so they entered into a correspondence debate about that. They specifically named certain YouTube and Rumble videos where I stated various things. However, they did not demonstrate where any of the things that I said were incorrect. It wouldn't matter anyway, because a person is allowed to say incorrect things, but they did not demonstrate. So I wrote back to them saying that, well, it's not my job to try to dig through this stuff. You need to tell me what you specifically are saying is incorrect or misleading or disinformation. Their response did not address that request at all. So they came back with some more inane stuff that you would be ashamed if your college student came up with. And then I later found out that it was not the ABFM Professionalism Committee that levied these charges. It was some staff member who was to be left nameless. So that's where this stood. I was informed in May that I was going to be decertified. This is May of 2024, and have my ABFM certification removed, which has no clinical meaning. However, I did appeal, and so that was put on hold for a bit, but I was still technically decertified. And I made it clear that if they want to go over the material, I would pay for my own plane ticket to Lexington, Kentucky to appear at their offices, to have a live debate and even a live stream debate with the Professionalism Committee. And we would debate their knowledge of the COVID shots, and I would give them my knowledge of the COVID shots and the lack of acceptable data, and we would have that debate publicly. I was told by this professional organization that I would not be allowed to appear in person to discuss any of my concerns. So I have paid dues to the American Board of Family Medicine forever, since 1987, and I'm not even allowed to come and appear in person before this committee. So in the early fall of 2024, I wrote another letter back stating such, and also pointing out where their counter arguments were inane, and I shot down each one of them. I then got a letter, and that letter I'll show you here. So here you see the letter from the American Board of Family Medicine. It is dated October. You can tell that here, that October 25th, 2024. The letter is dated, and as we go down the letter, I'll just skip some of the inane stuff and lack of citations. And then here is their conclusion. Their conclusion is they have a number of certification dates, and these are certification dates that go all back to just the decades of me here. However, they stated that my certification, most recent certification, which began in April of 2016, only extends to May 20th, 2024. And then my certification is withdrawn on May 21st, 2024. So they're upholding their certification removal. But then they tell me that I am recertified on August 21st, which is 3 months later, 3 months after the May 21st decertification. Then they say there is no end date to your certification as long as you remain current with ABFM certification requirements. And we can get into that. But here you can see that the Board of Family Medicine has decertified me as of May 21st, according to the letter of October 25th. And then they reinstate me, however, for August 21st. So by the time I got the letter, I had already been reinstated. So in essence, I was like a 3-month timeout. And wonder maybe what did that? Why did they change their mind? Why did they go from a full blast decertification, get the hell out of here, Carl, and to just like, oh, we're only going to give you a 3-month timeout? Well, to give you some insight on that, myself, 2 other physicians, and the American Academy of Physicians and Surgeons, we filed suit in federal court against the American Board of Family Medicine and the Board of Internal Medicine and so obstetrics and gynecologists. So we filed suits against them, claiming that they were repressing free speech. That suit was filed in the Galveston district in October 2024. And this is the suit here. This is the American Association of Physician Surgeons, 2 physicians, Pierre Corey and then Paul Merrick, and then myself are the plaintiffs. And this suit is against the American Board of Internal Medicine, American Board of OBGYN, and the American Board of Family Medicine, as well as Alejandro Mayorkas, who is part of the Biden administration at the time in Department of Homeland Security. The attorney for the Association of Physicians and Surgeons is Andy Schlafly, who has championed a number of pro-physician and pro-free speech items for years with helping independent practice and independent speech. So his help is greatly appreciated. And so no doubt what happened was they received this court notification, this court summons in October. And as they were composing their October letter to me, they must have said, oh, wait a minute, we can't make it look like Carl's suffering any injury or has any complaint because, in fact, we're going to retro-recert him. So they hurry up and change their October letter to me, which probably read that you're decertified forever, get out of here, and said that, oh, we're only going to decert you for 3 months. That's why they reinstated me in August 21st of 2024 after only a 3-month timeout. So I told y'all that I was going to actually push against this, that I wasn't going to let the tribe known as the ABFM just push me around like that. So there is a lawsuit pending. As of the time of this video, which is the end of March 2025, I have no news as where this is in the process, but it has not yet been heard by the Galveston district. So where am I in my certification status? I'm board certification at this point doesn't mean anything. I get my annual education hours way more than I need. I'm also certified by the National Board of Physicians and Surgeons. So ABFM certification, in essence, doesn't really mean anything to me. I probably would not take the recertification exam for them in 2026. But I would like to show you this. If we look at the American Board of Family Medicine website, if you go to verify and to check me out, you'll see on here that it does reflect that I was certified through May of 2024. I had a timeout where I was then recertified August 2024 and indefinite. Now, I take another step down here that in order to stay certified, I have to stay in compliance with the ABFM guidelines for professionalism and personal conduct. So the whole point is that according to them, I violated that in the first place, meaning that I didn't kowtow to the narrative, the party line that they were spitting out at the behest of the government and all of the other woke within the organization. And that policy hasn't changed to this day. I still strongly recommend against anybody getting that. I don't know if they're going to reinvestigate me or re-terminate me. We'll see. I'll keep you updated. But in summary, the weak spine useless money-grabbing organization known as the American Board of Family Physicians had orders to silence physicians who spoke out in favor of early treatment of COVID and who spoke out against taking these prematurely released experimental shots, which some people mislabel as vaccines. And they took that freedom of speech away from us by force, hence the lawsuit. I am still certified by the ABFM. More importantly, I keep up with medical information. I do not change my stance with opinions to early treatment or with opinions to whether or not the shots should be used at all in anyone. So that's my update. I'll keep you updated if I know any more about the status of the lawsuit and if I intend to pursue that 3-month timeout gap that I have for my certification. The reason would be is that if for some reason I need to present my certification to some sort of body that licenses me or grants me some sort of privilege, they may question that 3-month gap and assume that there was something bad that I did that went on. That would be considered in the legal sense damages, injury. And I think that it's something I may want to pursue. I'll, however, be talking to the attorney who spearheaded this lawsuit in federal court. All right, well, thanks. That's the update. And yeah, have a good day. Talk to you later. Bye now.